All right, this is going to be video number 4, and today we're going to show you how to give a YouTube video of a singer-songwriter a little bit of a facelift. So my friend Abbigale Dawn is a talented singer-songwriter. Today she's going to be doing a cover of a Elvis Presley song, Can't Help Falling in Love with You. It's a great little cover. You're going to hear that she's really good. Please support her at her Patreon page. This link is in the description. So what I'm going to play for you first is what she posted, which is still really, really, really good.
If I cannot help falling in love with you. Oh, and if I cannot help
I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, and this is what it sounds like after.
If I cannot help falling in love with you. Oh, and if I cannot help falling in love.
All right, so yeah. What I started to do was first I added in a de-esser just to catch some of the S's and T's. There's not many of them, so it's not doing a lot of work, but when it does, it does.
If I
Catching the occasional. You saw it kind of catch a guitar string there. But there are some S's on there that were a little bit too bright. So it's, again, I'm not doing much. I'm just kind of shaving it into place. Same thing with the EQ here. I felt that it was a little bit muddy. When I turned that on, it kind of cleans up a little bit. So now there's more of a separation between the vocals and the guitars so that our ears can pick out two performances. And I didn't think that all that low-mid information was invoking any sort of emotion. It didn't feel like it was making the song warmer. It didn't make it feel like it was more dramatic, so I just reduced it. This is without it.
If I cannot help falling in love with you.
To me, like, more of her voice detail comes forward, which is important so we can hear for intelligibility. All right, and then some more EQ. And I should also note that some of these EQ changes, I know I'm going down the line here, but sometimes I put EQ after I do compression in behind it to kind of EQ into it. So some of these EQ decisions, you may kind of go, that doesn't sound 100%, perfect. Well, you're right, because I was working into it. Just trying to balance out energies, and I felt like the mid-range was a little bit bowed in, so I kind of boosted around there. And then I reduced a lot of low, still had that kind of a low build-up, and it just wasn't doing anything. And I think it was also kind of making my compression work a little too hard. And I just kind of tapered off the top to kind of smooth it out a little bit. So here it is with and without. So here's without first.
If I cannot help falling in love with you.
So just cleaning it up. That's it. Just cleaning it up so that we have a nice balance and everything is clearly represented. The next thing I thought the song needed was some type of dynamic support, and this is a multi-band compressor and parallel processor. It's kind of like 4 or 5 plugins in one. Imagine each one of these lanes is a compressor, and it is going to be squashing down the sound. And these are like my faders, say like in my mixing board here, and I blend that compression back into the original sound. So I'll exaggerate it to show you what it's doing. So here is with it on, and then I'll raise the fader so you can hear what it's doing to the quiet parts of the sound.
If I cannot help falling in love.
So you can hear it brings the quieter parts forward. That's kind of all it does. It's very transparent, it's very smooth, and that's kind of what I want. I'm not wanting to squash the song because I want it to be dynamic. I want you to kind of get drawn in when she gets quiet. I want you to lean in a little bit. And when she gets big, I want her to feel big when she gets louder, is what I meant to say. And then I just follow that up with a little bit of what I would call program compression, which just means just overall volume control. Just when she hits those really loud notes that it doesn't pin your ears back. It just kind of keeps the performance in kind of one spot, but musically. Always musically. So here is, oh yeah, what I'll have to do is I'll go 100% dry, and then I'll go 100% wet, which means that it's full compression, no compression. Here we go, no compression. I'm gonna go to the louder section so you can hear it work.
If I oh, and if I cannot help.
Again, it's just subtlety, and really a lot of mixing is shaving things into place. Just think about that way, trying to achieve a clear picture and hold that picture in focus the best we possibly can for the length of the song. And it's a challenge, but it's fun. People like me, crazy people like me, like it. And so that's pretty much the single chain on the YouTube song. And then I added in some delay. As you can hear there. So what's going on there? So I made a duplicate of this track, duplicated this one right here, the one that says YouTube D. And what it is doing is there is no processing on it, as you can see. It is sending out to this channel here, which is my return on my delay. This is Lemon. It's a really fun delay. A lot of emulations of analog delays that sound really, really, really good. I came up with those. Let me pull it back. These numbers here, 318, 182, I just started turning knobs until it started to sound right. I didn't base it off any music math, nothing. And then I thought that the delay would kind of go on too long, and I didn't want the guitar to get too washed out with the delay, the low mids and stuff, to kind of get washy. It kind of got cloudy. And what it's doing is it's kind of when the delay starts to get quieter, it helps it trail off, which will help bring more attention to the listener. I don't want the delay to be the feature of the show here. I want Abbigale to be the feature, and the delay is just there to add a little bit of interest and support her a little bit. So I added this expander to kind of help trail off, and also because I'm lazy and I don't want to automate the fader. Making our way to the stereo bus. What we got going on there? A little bit of color, a new plug-in, digging it, kind of sweetens up the sound, sounds like an SSL console. It's very subtle. You may or may not hear a difference.
My hand, take my whole
For me, it just kind of sweetens up the sound just a little bit. I seem to dig that. And intensity, I could do a whole another video on intensity. So really quick, what it's really good at doing is just bringing out detail. Here it is off, and then I'll flip it on midway.
My hand take my whole life too.
It brings those little things that your brain needs to figure out what that instrument and what that vocal is saying forward, and that's why I really dig it. And follow in with just a gain shifting plugin, just makes it louder, and a brick wall limiter to catch a little peak, and then my reference so I can hear what the mix sounded like before
My
and after.
hand
And so that way I can easily tell, like, hey, did I just kill this song or did I actually help it? And to me, it feels like I helped it, so I did my job. So if you're interested in hiring me for mixing and mastering services, please go to creakyfloorstudio.com. There are some conversation boxes where you can fill out your name and your email address, and it'll send me a message. Or you can email me directly at creakyfloorstudio@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so I can grow my channel. And I put out a video once a week, sometimes two if you're lucky. And I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so if you have questions and want to see videos on something, please ask me. I would love to hear about it. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next week.